I'm honored to have this brother back on my show. We did an interview a couple of months ago, about a month or so ago, and it went really, really good. I encourage everybody out there to check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description. He is one of the original members from the Bangin' on Wax original tape and PlRU Love, and I really think if you enjoyed that time in history, especially when it comes to music and hip hop and things like that, you'll appreciate that interview. So I'll make sure I post that below. But ladies and gentlemen, on the line to talk about his life and talk about why you don't want to go down a certain road and waste a lot of your time, be it in prison or losing a lot of friends. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line, I have Leak. What up, Leak?
What up, everybody? What's up, Dusty?
Man, nothing much, man. Definitely appreciate you joining the channel, and let's save some lives today, man. Hopefully there's some kids listening, and if we change one life, I'm good with that.
Right, and I feel the same way, you know. I put a lot of negative energy out there, you know what I'm saying, in my youth. So trying to, you know, give back a little bit. And then my whole thing about doing this interview was, you know, a lot of what's happening is a lot of dudes are getting into these gangs and not knowing what they're getting into. And then once they get into it, you know what I'm saying, they either getting killed by their own homies or, you know what I'm saying, just not knowing that this how real it is, you know, and they end up getting killed because they're not paying attention. Or, you know, just the whole getting involved and not knowing what you're getting into, and then you turn around and then you snitching, and you get your life, you put your life in danger behind something that you thought was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so
it's going to be a deep show. Well, I got a list right here of things you wanted to talk about. So let's start with the first thing, and then I'll let you just, you know, do your thing, and I'll jump in every once in a while. But the first thing on the list was the reason why you started banging.
Okay. So yeah, let's get into that. So first off, I'm from Inglewood, the city of Inglewood, if you don't know, from Avenue PlRU, APG, and we located on the Crenshaw between the 109th, 104th, and 108th. So those are our blocks. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, like we're not a big gang, but we, you know what I'm saying, we're like a small, tight knit gang, you know, and we got different blocks, you know, like my brother came up with a thing because like all my homies was banging, you know what I'm saying? They would be block tripping, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's remind everybody, your brother is the late, great Red Rum 781.
Oh, yeah, Red Rum 781. Yeah, so a lot of my homies used to be block tripping. Oh, we from the 9, you know, you got the 9 click, the 8 click, and the 4 click. And, you know, we're not a really big hood. I mean, we got like 6 generations, but, you know, it's like we all we got, you know what I'm saying? So, he just decided to call us to make everybody push 489 just as one instead of 104, 108, 109. So, you know, that's where the 489 come in at. So yeah, we a small gang in Inglewood. We like to laugh. It's funny because we like to laugh blood gang in Inglewood, like on the Crenshaw side. So we're all the way in the corner, the last little neighborhood in Inglewood. So, and right across us, we got it starts Hawthorne, on the left of us, and to the back of us, we got the Rolling 100s. It's nothing but Crips. It's like the opposite side of Inglewood. We got like 7 blood gangs in Inglewood, and they got on their side, across Van Ness, they got like 7, 8 Crip gangs on their side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's real close. Everything is like real close. So, and what made me start banging was, you know, basically just trying to be cool, being a follower. You know what I'm saying? Like not having that real guidance, not having no father in our lives. You know, we had our stepfather, but you know, he wasn't really paying us too much attention. You know, we were just young, and you know, he was, you know, with my mom. You know, which as I'm a man now today, I understand. You know, that you know, if you don't have certain kids by certain women, you know, it's not really the same love that you would have for your own. So, but he did look out for us, and he did. You know, I appreciate him and everything, but it was nothing like having our own father. So we was rebellious, you know, and we was just, you know, getting out there trying to mingle with the fellas in the neighborhood, and everybody was fly, and you know what I'm saying, they was getting all the girls, and you know what I'm saying, I like they swag and everything. So me and my best friend, well, I became real close with one of the dudes from my neighborhood, and I really wasn't banging. So you know, everywhere I be with him, you know, sometimes we be getting into stuff and it be on him, and you know, I'm just standing there, you know, like, but I'm a ride with my homie. So eventually, I'm just like, man, shit, I'm just going to be from it too. So that's how I started.
And What is it like when you first start joining the gang? Going to the second subject.
Yeah. So basically, what a lot of people don't know when you first join the gang, it's like you first joining the army, right? They need some frontline soldiers, some dudes that's gonna go out there and make stuff happen, and keep the name alive. So what your obligation is to be a frontline soldier. You got to, what I'm saying, a lot of dudes don't know you got to come to the hood every day, or if not every day, like if you're real young teenager, you can't come to the hood every day because your parents and all that, but you better make your way over there as much as you can possibly, as much as possible, because what happens is when homies don't see you, they start not trusting you. You know what I'm saying? What he up to? You know who he is? He over there with the enemies, or you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, they want you to, you joined it. Like they didn't pick you. You chose the game. So now you chose the game. You got to do whatever they tell you. You know what I'm saying? They usually give you your nickname. They'll give you a nickname. You know what I'm saying? Like with myself, like people be like, why they call you Leak? Why they call you Lil Leak? So when I first joined, it was a dude. His name was Malik, and they called him Leaky B. So I barely knew him. I didn't know him really good like that. So I just heard of him. And that day, that weekend that I had got put on, that week that I came to school, I had friends that was already from it. So what I'm saying, they was just like, man, we heard, what I'm saying, woo woo in there. We heard. Are you from the hood now? Woo woo. Big Leaky B wants you to be his deuce. So let me explain what a deuce is. Like, it's basically like your junior. Like say my real name is James, right? So if I was gang banging and my name was James Rue or something like that, then I would adopt a little James Rue, and then my little James Rue will adopt a baby James Rue, and then baby James Rue will adopt tiny James Rue, and it just go on and on and on. So that's how the gang life works. You end up being under people who's already established sometimes, and then what that does is it brings the pressure on you, because you got to, especially if he's a known name and he, be out there doing this stuff, you got to keep up with that. Or if not, but you're either going to keep up with it or make it even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Or, you ain't going to be that name too much for long, or, you're going to get treated kind of messed up, Mm. So basically your job is to be your behind in the hood as much as you can, frontlining it, which means, you gotta hold the thing. You gotta make sure homies is safe. If something pull up a little funky, you gotta handle it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the first one. You gotta be the first one if a case if somebody like one of the homies who got cases already, and if he get caught up, he gonna do life. So you, as a little homie, you gotta protect him, you know what I'm saying, and take his case. Sometimes it go like that, So it's a hard thing. It's not no easy little task, because if you don't come around, they get on you. The homies get on you.
And this is stuff that most people probably, or a lot of people probably don't know before they join.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they used to just go into the parties and seeing the homies hanging out and just hanging out with them. Like, a lot of people don't know, man. You really don't have to join the gang to be a part of the gang. You know what I'm saying? You really could just hang out with them and do them favors, and they consider you, an honorary member. You know what I'm saying? But you're not obligated to do what everybody else has to do. So it's kind of like better if you cool with gang members, just be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you go to jail or you go places, they're gonna ask you where you live at, and if they ask you where you live at and you say the wrong neighborhood, they're gonna automatically assume that you cool with those guys. So that's why that could be a problem too.